Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the second mock draft between me and Ben and I. This is week 2 for mock drafts and the week before the draft combine, which we just so happen to have tickets for. Hey,
Hey.
yeah, it's awesome. If you guys want to see and listen to our reactions as we got the tickets, make sure that you guys listen to that. First episode or the seventh episode of the Pigskin project if you haven't already. But without further ado, we're going to kind of try to have some kind of speed round for this mock draft. And if Ben has any kind of comments for this mock draft, I'm sure he'll be okay to chime in. But without further ado, Ben, who is your number one pick?
See, I was number one last time. I think we should change up the order, and I think you should go number one this time.
I should go number one this time. Oh
Yes,
boy. All right.
yes.
Now I have to use my noggin and try and see if I can make the right pick here. All right. So give me just a second. I'm trying to arrange my screen so that I can see you still.
Yes.
For all that you guys, you guys don't know this, but I don't necessarily we can't be together in person, unfortunately, so we're over Zoom. Thank you, Zoom, for all that you do. But anyway, all right. So as far as their needs, they need offensive tackle. Evan Neal's right there.
Yeah.
But they also need an edge rusher, and Aiden Hutchison is that guy, and so that's who I'm gonna pick
Wow.
first off.
Wow. I'm surprised you didn't go with Evan Neal because
Well,
you protect your investment in Trevor Lawrence.
it's all
That's
right.
what I would do. It's
Don't
just
even
me.
worry about it. Don't even worry about
Um,
it.
the easy pick here to the Lions is usually Aiden Hutchinson, Michigan boy. They need edge. But you just robbed me of that pick. Thank
Shocker, first round
you.
shocker.
Um, Kayvon Thibodeau, we're gonna give him the next edge.
Okay. For the Texans, their needs are literally everything.
Everything, yeah.
So, oh man, okay. Yeah, he's definitely an option. Um, yeah, I'm just gonna stop messing around here and go Kyle Hamilton then. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm standing on this hill. Kyle Hamilton is best player in this draft. That being said, the fact that Evan Neal is still here on the board at number 4 is highway robbery. Give me in the Jets Evan Neal at 4.
I think that's a good pick too, because I think Zach Wilson needs as much protection as he can get, and he could be that comeback player of the year type guy for the Jets next year if they have that good year, depending on this offseason. For the New York Giants, their need is offensive tackle. I'm gonna need help pronouncing this name. It's from NC State.
Yes. People call him Icky, but it's Akem Aquanu.
Okay, so that's gonna be it. Akem Aquanu.
Yes.
I'll learn it. Don't even worry about it.
See here at number 6, I would like to see a trade out, but I can't foresee any team wanting to trade in. And people tend to forget that. To trade out, you have to have a team that wants to trade in. I'm gonna see my first quarterback off the board. They have Sam Darnold, so they can wait a year. So I'm gonna pick the quarterback I think that has the highest upside, and we're gonna make a lot of people mad here. I'm taking Carson Strong. I don't care.
All right. 1 second. Okay. All right. So for the Giants, they need just about anything that they can get to. And I'll say this. Who did we pick? We picked. Hold on,
Pick the
sorry.
Chem. We picked the
Yes,
Chem.
okay. So they did get a tackle. Okay. I was gonna say that's perfect just because their offensive line was horrid when
Yes.
when I watched them play in person. That was awful. Seeing Saquon Barkley try and take it, pound the rock right up the middle, it's just not working. But now that they got that, they can focus more so on an edge rusher, which is their number 2 need. But I also see that wide receiver is also a need here. Let's see. I'm on the clock here, aren't I?
Yes, you are. It's who
Let's
you think the number one is. I have my wide receivers who I would like to see go here, but
Well, Treylon Burks is
it's up
off the
to me.
board, sir. He's going to the Giants.
Thank you, sir. That is the I thank you. That is as much as I'm a Drake London stand. As long as Treylon Burks tests as well as I think he is going to on Thursday, which we're going to be able to see in person, which is still mind-boggling. I think Treylon Burks will cement himself as the number one wide receiver of this class.
As for pick number 8,
it's the Falcons, and we are going to get them a running mate alongside AJ Terrell. We're getting my favorite quarterback in class, Sauce Gardner.
all right. Yeah, I have been doing a little bit more research since the last mock draft. I am a huge fan of Sauce Gardner now.
Yes.
But yes, okay. So anyway, for the Broncos, they need quarterback. They need a quarterback, but most of all, they need an edge rusher now that Von Miller's gone. Life outside of Von Miller is a rough life for these Broncos, and I think that they get their quarterback this offseason. So, you know what? Give me Trayvon Walker though, out of Georgia.
I'll take that. Again, and his inside out versatility would fit very well. An edge rusher, I could see the Broncos going. I'm going to be high on this guy, obviously, is David Ajabo, because David can play outside linebacker as well. He would slap perfectly into that. But Trayvon Walker can play anywhere, so you can't even be mad. Trayvon Walker is very good.
Right.
I'm going to go with, sadly, my favorite wide receiver. I feel bad banishing him to the Jets, but Drake London.
And I will say this, the Jets are having a fantastic draft so far with these 2 first selections. I mean, obviously,
Yes.
I mean, helping out their offense as much as possible. That young quarterback needs as much help as he can get, and that's exactly what they're getting him. As for the Commanders, they need to update these logos. Anyway, so the Commanders, the Commies.
Yes.
So anyway, the Commanders need quarterback, wide receiver, and corner, but I don't think Derek Stingley Jr. will be falling this far, so he'll be taken here.
Wow, you didn't go with. That makes it tough.
Who did you think I was going to go with?
I personally think they're a quarterback away. I think their roster. I think they have a full roster.
Russell Wilson, but we'll get there next week.
I think they're a quarterback away. So I think they go with Kenny Pickett. As low as I am on Kenny Pickett, he's the most priority quarterback in this class. But that's a shame. I would have picked Stingley here at number 12, and you just robbed me of that opportunity.
Who you got here though? Come on, man.
As much as I wanted McDuffie to my Eagles, I've really been watching him. He's really been growing for me. I'm gonna have him go here.
All right, to the Vikings. Now for Cleveland at pick number 13. Interior defensive line, huh? That's their number 1. I don't know. It's very weird. I think that they're actually going to go with a wide receiver here.
Yeah.
And I think Jameson Williams is the guy.
Wow. Okay.
Although Garrett Wilson is also another option that I could see potentially staying in the state of Ohio, but just saying I could go either way here, but Jameson Williams is who I'm sticking with for right now.
Yeah. Logistically, I would have put Wilson there because I feel like Wilson has the ability to be a true number one. And I don't think Jameson does. It's the same thing goes for Waddle. I also don't believe that these speed wide receivers can be number ones.
See,
Uh,
that's the
but
thing,
but Hill
though.
but Hill is. So
Well, Jameson Williams, you said that he doesn't have like the ability, or he's not ready to be that number one guy, but it doesn't matter because the Browns still have Jarvis Landry, and I don't see them getting rid of them.
Jarvis Landry even came out saying he's not happy. He's
No,
gone.
he said that he's
He's
given
gone.
everything to this. I think it's going to be one of those things where it's like, all right, we need to clear the water, and then they do, and then everything's okay. So, but we might
Yeah.
be able to talk about that next week. Anyway, so continue.
David Ajabo, again, it's too easy. Same thing as the last episode. This is going to be the pick I'm going to pick here every single time. They need edge, and it just makes too much sense to have David Ajabo go here.
All right. And then now for your Eagles, I'm going to let you pick back to back.
Heck. I want to see what you would do for the Eagles here at 15. We're going to stick with this order here.
Okay. I don't want you to hate me. They need an edge rusher.
Yes, they do. Yes. Yeah.
But they need a lot of things, it looks like. Let's see. Okay. I am going to go off of the assumption that they do trade for Calvin Ridley here, right? But they won't be giving up this pick. They're going to keep their first draft pick that they can get. They want to get as high as possible. I think that the Eagles are also a team that could potentially trade up with these draft picks as well, if they see that guy. With that, I mean, their need for wide receiver is kind of gone. Give me Jermaine Johnson right here at number 15.
Yes, good sir. Thank you.
Okay, I'll let you take number 16 though.
Yes. Just looking at the board, I think cornerback. But you robbed me of that opportunity by forcing me to put McDuffie at the Vikings, you jerk. Yeah, give me my give me a linebacker. And again, we're gonna go back and forth. Last week's episode I had Devin Lloyd. This week's episode will go Kobe Dean.
All right. Now for the Chargers, their top need is offensive tackle, and there are two top prospects right on the top of the board. Give me Trevor Penning though.
Wow.
Charles Cross is gonna fall.
Yeah, you are having Charles Cross just plummet down these boards here.
Hey, to be fair, you're picking too, man.
That's fair, but there's been no team that. All right. It's funny that you say that. Going off the assumption, I think that again the Saints are negative $78 million in cap. They're gonna have to cut some players. I think their once all pro tackle Tron Armstead is going to be a cap casualty, so he's leaving. I'm going to put Charles Cross here. The fact that he got to 18 is mind-boggling.
I will say, I think Garrett Wilson, if he falls down, I think he would go here just because, I don't know, New Orleans and Ohio State wide receivers just so happen to have a positive, healthy marriage. But anyway, okay, so I'll let you take this one again because it's your Eagles. But,
the center urge for me to take Tyler Linderbaum here is off the charts. Yeah, Tyler Linderbaum. Need a replacement for Kelsey once he leaves next year. Tyler Linderbaum.
All right, so let me pick the next two just because that way we can maintain our order.
It's on track. Yes.
All right, for the Steelers, their top need is quarterback, and that is what they will be picking. But I think Matt Corral is going to be that guy for the Steelers. I think what they're going to do this offseason is either trade for who I think would be Carson Wentz. I think that's an interesting candidate. Also watch for Aaron Rodgers potentially if he's going to leave Green Bay, which is probably unlikely. But yeah, Matt Corral to the Steelers. For the Patriots, they need corners, and Andrew Booth is just sitting at the top of this draft board right here. So that's what they're going to go with there. So Ben, pick number 22, the Raiders. Who you got here?
Oh, my computer is glitching out. They could have used a cornerback, but that just, again, not foreseen for them. But we are going to give them Garrett Wilson.
It's a shame. I was wanting to see how far he would fall, but
shame.
All right. So for these Cardinals, I think that they're going to upgrade that corner spot in free agency. Looking at edge rushers and stuff, there's not really too much on the board right here, except for George Karlaftis. And after doing a little bit more research, I think that he will fall a little bit farther. Looking at the Cardinals, though, running back is one of their top needs as well. Man, I don't know, because
having a running back go here, bold.
That would be very bold. And if it's going to be anybody, it's going to be Kenneth Walker, which I've learned my lesson after last time. But let's I don't know. Let's look at I don't know. I feel like George Karlaftis is probably who I'm going to go with, just because I think it's safe. But I think he falls for some reason, and we'll work it out later on. But as of right now, you're up. You're on the clock with this Dallas pick.
Yes, and for teaser, if you guys want to hear more about the edge and how I feel about this edge class, go and check out our weekly review episode. It'll be uploaded the same time this one is, and you can see my opinion. Absolutely. This is tough. I think Kenyon Green is slipping, but they do not have a need for interior offensive line. They really need help with the slot cornerback and safety position. And to knock both of those out at the same time, we're going to give them a guy who does both. We're going to get him safety out of Michigan, Daxton Hill.
All right. And then for these Buffalo Bills, interior defensive line is their need. And Devontae Wyatt is sitting pretty from Georgia right now, and that's who they're going to take at number 25.
It makes me very happy that you picked Devontae Wyatt over Jordan Davis.
There's a reason there. Go Bears. I'm just kidding. I'll go for it. He's not going to the Bears. No. There's no way he's falling. But
we're gonna, they can always use help. Harold Landry. This is the Titans for everybody who is following along. They always need help with the edge rusher. Harold Landry is a free agent this year. And they need help at the linebacker position. We're going to give them Devin Lloyd. He had 8 sacks this year from the linebacker position, just blitzing alone.
Okay. So for the Buccaneers, I'm going to give, hold on just a second. Let me do, let's see. Okay. Not him. Sorry. I'm doing a little bit of research. Because I'm about to make a bold, let's see.
I can help you with anything that you need. You got a draft encyclopedia right in front of you, bud.
Okay, here's the thing. They're gonna either sign or trade for a quarterback this offseason. So quarterback is not an option.
Okay.
Who I'm looking for is a solid center.
Wow, a center. Their center was really good this year.
Absolutely, but he's going to be a Chicago Bear next season. So
that's bold, my friend. There's not really there's not a really good center until Memphis's center. I'm blanking on his name.
Maybe we'll save that till later then.
Yeah.
Interior offensive line isn't too much of a need until Ryan Jensen ends up leaving. As far as the wide receiver spot, though, with Antonio Brown leaving, I think that would
And Chris
actually be.
Godwin.
But he's getting tagged anyway, so it's fine.
That's fair.
Give Chris Olave time to develop, but Chris Olave is going to the Bucs.
Take it.
He's a good deep threat too. So
yes, he has burners attached to his freaking legs, dude.
I wish I could see the Bears get him just because it would be cool just to see the Ohio State matchup. I don't think it's going to be anywhere near what people want it to be, like Jamar Chase and Joe Burrow, but at the same time, the chemistry is already established, and I think it's something that Chicago at least has to scout out. But thank God I don't have to pick for the Packers. Take care of it for me, buddy.
Packers need offensive line help across the board, whether it's offensive tackle.
Sorry.
No, it's Jordan Love. Stop it. Oh, by the way, we didn't talk about this. We did not talk about this in our episode, and I can't believe I forgot about this. So here's news breaking on our draft podcast. A lot of head execs or executives in the league believe that Jordan Love is better than any quarterback in the draft class this year.
Well, that's a very low bar, but
that's what I'm saying. So why would you get rid of him for a quarterback this year if he's better than all the quarterbacks?
I'm not saying they would get it in the draft. Just saying they need a quarterback.
I strongly believe that they stick with Jordan Love. They need help along that offensive line, so we're gonna get him. We're gonna stick with this theme here. We're gonna get him a guy who can play interior offensive line or tackle. We're gonna get Kenyon Green.
All right, for these Miami Dolphins, I'm gonna completely ignore the fact that it says that they need wide receiver because I don't think that they do. I don't. I think that they're pretty set. I mean, maybe a third option would be good. I think, I just think that they're fine. I think they're fine right now.
Yes.
Running back, I think is also a decent need, but it can be definitely taken care of later on. So because of that, I'm going to give them a lineman and I'm going to give them Zion Johnson.
Okay.
Protect Tua.
I like that. Yes. Again, for the Chiefs here, they're saying wide receiver. I don't see that. I've really fallen in love with Kingsley Enagbare, the edge out of South Carolina, again, and he is a perfect scheme fit for the Chiefs. So we're gonna do Kingsley Enagbare.
All right, for the Bengals, first thing I'm looking for is a corner, and Roger McCreary is an option. I know
not an offensive line.
Well, the thing is that right now what we just saw was 2 offensive linemen go off the board to Green Bay and Miami. So because of that, we're not looking at offensive line right now. There will be some options later on, like Sean Ryan out of UCLA. And we could potentially be looking at, a trade up or something in the future.
On my boy Daniel Falele.
But I'm gonna give them Roger McCreary here out of Auburn. Give them some secondary help because Eli Apple, like I said in the podcast, not even close to the option or the long term. Yeah, but anyway, for the Lions.
All right, so the Lions could. I would be surprised if they don't go with quarterback here, especially if Malik Willis is still on the board, because Malik Willis won't have to be thrown into the starting role right away because they have Jared Goff. And make the easy pick here and go with Malik Willis.
Okay. For the Jaguars, They already got edge crossed off, so they are looking for more of offensive line help, like we said. But interior defensive line is also something that is of need. So Jordan Davis is going to come off the board right here to Jacksonville.
Yes, and the thing people tend to forget is the reason they need the help is because Cam Robinson, their already starting offensive tackle, is hitting the free agent market. They very well could just re-sign him and not worry about it.
Right. Okay, so for the Lions again,
we are going to get my second favorite safety in the class, Jaquan Britton. No, we're not. We're gonna do Jalen Petrie because he can play slot, and they need slot cornerback as well. So Jalen Petrie, safety.
Second. All right. So, oh wait, did I not just pick it? Oh yeah, for the Jets now, correct? I'm with the Jets.
Yes.
All right. So they got offensive tackle help, they got wide receiver help. Now they're looking at edge, and Cameron Thomas is right there from San Diego State, so that's who I'm going with at 35.
Okay. And Cameron Thomas can play both. He's a nice tweener. He can play both edge and interior offensive line if needed.
Okay.
This is tough. I would have liked to get him there. Well, we are going to go with my favorite linebacker from the class, assuming they are going to cut Blake Martinez because they really, really, really need cap. So we're getting my favorite linebacker from this class, Brian Asamoah.
1 second. All right. Now for Houston, who, like I said before, needs just about everything. All right. So I'm looking at corners. I think oh man. Yeah, no, I'm going with I'm going with an edge rusher out of Minnesota. Boye, I'm so close.
You are very close.
Boye, no, you're gonna do it.
Boye Mafe.
Yep. See, that's how I was gonna say it.
But yeah, you would have gotten it.
All right, gotten it. It's all right. All right. So for the Jets now.
See, we're gonna see who here is in the offensive line. Lord, it's a shame. This is tough. Wow. I'm surprised they have Tyler Smith. Okay. Tyler Smith. Please. He's listed as an interior offensive line. I should have took Jordan Davis is off the board, isn't he?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, good. But Tyler Smith, he's listed as interior offensive line for some reason. He plays both, and honestly, I think he projects better as a tackle. But again, Jets can use all the help across the offensive line. And Malik Beacon has had terrible injury concerns, so we're gonna get another offensive line.
Ben, I am smiling ear to ear more than the Vikings were when the Eagles picked. Never mind. I'm just not even going to finish that sentence. Yep. David Bell is going to the Bears. He will be a Bear, and he will be so freaking good for them. I cannot wait. If that were to happen, if he were to fall, and I don't think he will, if he were to fall to the Bears, dear God, thank you. He will be a Bear, at least in this mock draft.
Did we presume the Broncos got a quarterback?
No, the Broncos got an edge rusher.
Oh, you didn't have them taking a quarterback. Wow. Nope. Okay.
I had him. I had the Broncos getting a quarterback, either trading or free agency.
Okay. Well, yeah, we're having Kenny Pickett go here anyways. Oh heck.
What?
Just continue. Just continue. I was stupid.
So the Seahawks now making their first pick of the draft. They need offensive tackle, which I'm not really seeing too much of an option here.
What are you just are
No,
taking a big
Daniel.
poop.
No, yeah, Daniel
Thank
Falele.
you.
Yep, that's who's going there.
Thank you. I was gonna say you're taking a big
Hey, I will
turn
say
on
this
my guy
too.
Daniel Falele.
Never mind. I'm not gonna say that, but go on.
Say it.
No, no.
We're gonna get we are going to get Terry McLaurin some help. And we are gonna get him Jahan Dotson.
All right. Now for the Falcons. All right. Who do we have available? What's their top need? Offensive tackle. Who did they pick before? I know.
They picked Sauce.
Okay, yes, good pick. We're gonna go. We're going. Oh man, Sean Ryan.
Something.
No, wait, no.
Wow.
Bernard Raymond.
Raymond.
Out of Central Michigan.
Yes.
Yeah, that's who's going to the Falcons.
I'm all for that. He and Daniel Falele are the same kind of person. Where they're just a big ball of clay. So you do your shooting. The Browns, again, they don't really need a whole lot, but they need interior defensive line. And Perion Winfrey is literally just sitting there for the taking.
There we go. All right. For Baltimore, they need interior defensive line, and DeMarvin Leal is also sitting there for the taking. So we are going to take them with the 45th pick.
And he's quite interesting of a player because he can, again, he's one of the tweeners. He can play edge or interior as well.
Right. For the Vikings,
we are going to get the Vikings another person to play along Harrison Smith, and we're going to get them Jaquan Brisker.
Okay. Good pick, actually. I like that one.
Yes.
All right. For the Colts, man, okay. Does it look like, I think that's their first pick? Yeah.
It is, because we own their first round pick.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna have them take Desmond Ridder, assuming that, everything is true that they do need a quarterback now. So Desmond Ridder.
All right.
Although, little hot take here, a little preview for next week's quarterback class. Aaron Rodgers, dark horse candidate, Indianapolis Colts.
I like
that would make
actually.
things very, very interesting, and the Colts would be in play for wide receivers in the draft if that were to happen. So keep an eye out. Anyway, continue.
Yes.
For the Chargers.
I really would have liked to see one of these D tackles fall here, but it just is not in the card. And this is tough because I really I'm a lot higher on Tariq Woolen than most. But the consensus is Kyle Gordon. Do we go with my gut or do we go with the consensus? We'll go with the consensus. We'll give them Kyler Gordon. That's a shame. But
for the Saints now.
Oh, quarterback, by the way. Cornerback, Kyler Gordon for the Chargers.
Yes. Out of Washington.
Yes.
For the Saints.
They're re-signing Jameis.
No, they're not.
Yes, they are. Stop.
No, they Money Mitch. We shall see. I don't even know. I don't. I'm talking straight out of my behind right now. So for look, who did they get in the first round? Charles Cross. Okay.
Charles Cross.
So they're gonna get Christian Watson here. Feel that.
Yes.
Oh no, George Pickens. Sorry, George Pickens out of Georgia.
Boo.
Yeah.
All right. Do you want to pick for these Dolphins here too? because I want to pick my Eagles at 51.
I definitely can. Let's see. Okay, I did say that they would need a 1-2 punch, right? Because they have Myles Gaskin right now.
Do it.
And I love this pick so much. Kenneth Walker is going to be a Dolphin, and I love it. I love it so much.
Yes, I like that. All right. Well, given the fact that you didn't do this, I am smiling ear to ear. I'm taking one of my favorite prospects. I'm taking Tyreek Woolen here for the Eagles.
All right.
I'm happy that he's here. I don't think he actually gets to 51. If he does, I would be extremely happy because I love him.
All right. You can go ahead and pick for the Steelers here, so we're back on track.
Let's see what we saw on the board for offensive. Nikki P. What do you guys have for interior offensive line?
Sean Ryan still available from UCLA.
He is. But I I'm going Darian Kennard. Interior offensive line out of
Kentucky.
Kentucky.
Okay. For the Raiders,
they would have loved to have Tyreek Woolen.
Oh yeah, for sure. Who did I? Okay, they did pick a wide receiver. Yeah, they need as much help with that as possible, though. But I'm not gonna go that route to the Raiders. Let's see. Interior defensive line would be some help. Yeah, I'm gonna go Travis Jones here out of UConn.
He helped himself a lot at the Senior Bowl this past year. He did a lot for his draft stock. Well, we are going to get the Patriots their next Dante Hightower. And we're going to get him Christian Harris.
Okay, I like it.
And he projects very, like, if I had to make a draft comp to Christian Harris, it would be Devontae Hightower.
So for the Cardinals, this is another one of those teams that would have really liked Tariq Woolen. But I think they're likely to take. Okay, I'm gonna give them Isaiah.
Elam is. Oh, okay.
Sorry. I'm gonna give him Isaiah Spiller right here, just because he's still available, and I think that I don't know if they'll be able to pass up on him. So, Isaiah Spiller.
It's fair. I could see the Cowboys taking a safety here, but they did that in the first round. There's not quite an edge here that really entices me either. We're going to get them cornerback. And the fact that Kaiir Elam is still here is also a highway robbery. Kaiir Elam has immense upside.
All right. So Kaiir Elam is going to the Cowboys. Now for the Buffalo Bills. They need an edge rusher next because they already got interior defensive line. So I'm going to give them Logan Hall out of Houston.
Okay.
We're moving into the last 6 picks of this mock draft, Ben.
Yes, this is where it gets good. I really would have liked Logan Hall there. It's a shame you just snatched him from underneath my nose. We are going to get that secondary some help here with the Falcons. We are going to get them the freight train that is Lewis Sign.
All right. And then for the Packers, God, I hate picking for this team. I just want to pick the last prospect. Okay, no, I'm not going to. I'm scrolling back up. Don't worry. Give me. Okay, yeah, give me Jamari Sawyer here out of Georgia, interior offensive line. They're gonna need help after the Bears make their, get their healthy.
We already got them an interior offensive line.
We did?
Yeah.
Yikes. Okay, so I just realized that is. Yep. All right. So give
We're
me
gonna
just a
pretend you
second.
didn't make that pick.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be all right. Yeah. Wow. All right. Give me Christian Watson then for that one.
Wow.
Yeah, little bold take there.
It's good that he gets. It's good that he doesn't get out of the second round.
Yeah.
We
Now we just got to make a
really.
mental note not to pick Christian Watson for any of these other teams.
It's a shame. Why is it not? There it is. Are there any offensive linemen on the board here that I really would have liked? Not really. And both of their tight ends are hitting the market this year. Again, the fact that Isaiah Likely is ranked ahead of Trey McBride is terrible. We're gonna have them get Trey McBride.
Thank you. That's who I was going to pick too. I was like, I know who I'm picking. Just let me know we're on the same page. All right. For the 49ers, they need interior offensive line. And now I'm just going to say that Jamari Sawyer is going to be the guy that they pick here.
Okay.
I gave the Packers Christian Watson, right?
Yes, you did.
Okay, cool.
Skye Moore is fun. I think Skye Moore could actually go higher than what people have him going at. But he just projects too much. Dang. I would have liked to get a big, tall, physical receiver here. Probably shouldn't draft the way I'm drafting, but they need. No, we're not doing that. We're gonna get them. We're gonna get them a linebacker because they. Oh yeah, they just cut Anthony Hutchinson, their starting linebacker. So it would actually be perfect for them to get a linebacker here. Again, I'm gonna poo-poo on Leo Shenault. I don't like Leo Shenault, so we're not picking Leo Shenault here. Yeah, we're gonna do. I like Damone Clark better than I like Chad Muma, but we're gonna stick with the consensus. We're gonna do Chad Muma.
All right. For these Bengals, I'm gonna say Nicholas Petit. How do you pronounce this again? Ohio State lineman. You're gonna give me a hard time. Shut up, Ben.
As I should give you a hard time. You should, yeah, and this is his consensus name. Everybody just calls him Nicky P.
Nicky P. Yep, I remember
Yeah.
now.
Yep.
Going to the Bengals. All right, for the
yes.
last pick in the second mock draft of this offseason.
Yes, and by the way, it's Petit Frere.
Okay. I won't remember that. Nicky P though.
Yeah, Nicky P. That's it, everybody. Yeah, Nicky P. Deion Kendrick's still on the board? He is. Or Darian, sorry. Give me Darian Kendricks. To round up the first round to the Broncos. Thank you for putting up with this.
All right. I see now. Okay, cool.
Yes.
Finalizing the draft. All right. Would you like to go back and forth as far as picks really quick? Just to do a recap.
Really quick.
All right. Jacksonville, Aiden Hutchinson.
Detroit, Kayvon Thibodeau.
Houston, Kyle Hamilton.
New York Jets, Evan Neal.
Giants, Akeem. Oh, Jesus.
Akem Ekwonu.
Yeah, that one. Akeem Ekwonu.
Numbers or Panthers, Carson Strong.
Giants, Treylon Burks.
Falcons, Sauce Gardner.
Broncos, Trayvon Walker.
Jets, Drake London.
I love how it says Washington on this thing. The Commies, Derek Stingley Jr. I'm sticking with that. I don't care.
I like that. The Vikings, Trent McDuffie.
The Browns, Jameson Williams.
The Ravens, David Ajabo.
Would you like to take the Eagles, buddy?
All right. The two Eagles picks, Jermaine Johnson and Nakobe Dean.
For the Chargers, Trevor Penning.
So for those who number wise, 18 Saints Charles Cross. And
Yeah, go for it.
and then the Eagles get Tyler Linderbaum.
All right. Steelers, Matt Corral.
Patriots, Andrew Booth.
Raiders, Garrett Wilson.
Cardinals, George Karlaftis.
Cowboys, Daxton Hill.
Bills, Devontae Wyatt.
Titans, Devin Lloyd.
Buccaneers, Chris Olave.
Packers, Kenyon Green.
Dolphins, Zion Johnson.
Chiefs, Kingsley Enagbare. Yeah. Shut up. I'm tired.
You're all good. You're all good. Bengals, Roger McCreary.
Lions, Malik Willis. Moving on to round 2.
Jaguars, Jordan Davis.
Lions, Jalen Petrie.
Jets, Cameron Thomas.
Giants, Brian Asamoah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Texans. Yeah, there you go. Texans, Boye Mafe.
Jets, Tyler Smith. Then my Bears, my Chicago Bears select, as they famously said it, for when our franchise turn around. David Bell is going to be the next weapon for Justin Fields. God, I'm so excited about that.
The Broncos, Kenny Pickett.
Seahawks, Daniel Falele.
Washington Commies, Jahan Dotson.
Falcons, Bernard Raymond.
Browns, Perion Winfrey.
Ravens, DeMarvin Leal.
Vikings, Jaquan Brisker.
Colts, Desmond Ridder.
Chargers, Kyler Gordon.
Saints, George Pickens.
Dolphins, Kenneth Walker.
Okay, and your Eagles for next?
Tyreek Woolen.
Steelers, Darian Kennard.
Raiders, Travis Jones.
Patriots, Christian Harris.
Cardinals, Isaiah Spiller.
Cowboys, Khair Elam.
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 Got it. Buffalo Bills, Logan Hall.
Falcons, Lewis Seen.
Packers, Christian Watson.
Buccaneers, Trey McBride.
49ers, Jamar Sawyer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chiefs, Chad Muma.
Bengals, Nikki P.
Broncos, Darian Kendrick. And with that, closes out the second mock draft. And ladies and gentlemen, we will have more coverage as the week goes on. Luckily, we have the opportunity to go to this draft combine. Very lucky, we're very jittery about that. We're very excited. But with that being said, Ben, do you have any further comments before I close this one out?
No. Well, I guess I do. I just lied to you guys. No, it'll be fun to go to the combine. Again, something I've always wished to do, and going to the combine usually isn't like they usually don't open it up to the public. So it'll be fun to actually to experience that, and it's been a dream of mine. And if you guys watched episode 7 of the season review, you guys can hear how excited I was.
One thing that I'm brainstorming different ideas to be able to create different content for you guys, and that is one thing I'm looking forward to is go to this draft combine. If you guys follow us on YouTube, if you subscribe, if you follow us on Apple Podcasts and Spotify, thank you. But if you guys follow us on YouTube specifically, we might be able to document our trip to the combine, potentially. I cannot promise you that. I think that it would be fun to do so, but we'll see what we can do. All right. So with that being said, I am going to close out this mock draft for the second week. Ben, thank you for joining me. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna close it out. So if you've made it this far, thank you guys, and stay tuned for next week's episode because I promise you guys we got a little something extra in store. So with that being said, this is the Pigskin Project logging off for the second straight week for mock drafts. So have a great week, and hopefully it's packed with news, and hopefully Aaron Rodgers is no longer the quarterback for the Packers. With that, I say so long and have a good week.